Alright, in this video we're going to go over how to assemble your stand for the Blue Sky. So once you get in the crate and get your pieces out, this is a side piece to the stand. It does have the wheels on it already. It does have the leveling bolts. You may want to move the nut all the way to the top and then roll these in. That way the wheels will roll until you get your machine on the stand and in place. There we go. Just lay that one down for right now. Do the same thing on the other one. Next one, same thing. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, they will roll now. Alright, so your two side pieces, then you get 3 bars. Of course, the one bar with the name on it's going to go in the front, 2 to the back. You're going to find your box in the crate here. It does have instructions with it as well on assembly, but I'm going over it with you today. So you get a bag of set screws. Here's your pads, bolts for installation of your machine to the stand. So you have the cushion here. Bolt goes through the bottom of the rail on the side panel here. Cushion sits there. Bolt goes through the bottom, and this goes into the casting of the machine. Lock it down. So you'll use the bolt, flat washer, and a spring washer split straight in. And then to attach your bars, you're going to find these little set screws. They have a Allen set head screw to it, and that is a 6mm. Take that back, that is a 5mm that fits the head. There we go. So it's a 5mm. So 2 bolts per side, 2 flat washers, 2 split washers, and 2 nuts. Alright, so what I'm going to do is start assembling this. We'll just start with 1 bar. And then we'll do this to the front. Make sure this camera view is in place. And we're off. There we go. So what I'm going to do is put this bar, like I said, to the front. This will be this one here. It goes right here. And then I'm just going to install my, I'm going to use a flat washer to the head and then go through this way into the other side of the frame. And then on the back side I'm going to put the split washer and then the nut to attach it. Hold it in place. There you go. I just got it finger tight right now. Put this all together finger tight and then go in and tighten it up after I get it all assembled here. Same way with the back. Bolt, flat washer. Split washer. And then the nut. Try not to have that happen. Flat washer. Go. So there we go. We've got 2 bars on, and then we can attach it to the second side. If you have 2 people to do this, it is a little easier. There we go. So I said, with 2 people it makes it a little easier. Somebody can help hold things in place. But as of right now, I got my bars together, so this shouldn't move around too much on me now. So as you see, it's still loose here. I'm just going around and getting these finger tight for the most part. So there's the bottom 2 bars together. So like I said, this is the front. So we have 1 more to put together, which is back here. And then we'll go around and tighten them all up And yes, doing this by yourself can be a little harder to do, so if you do have a second hand, it will help go a little easier and smoother. Two left. Wrench. Okay. So at this point our stand is fairly, it's assembled loosely. So what you're going to do is go around and tighten up all these set screws before you actually install your machine on it. You can use a wrench on the nut and then the Allen wrench to tighten it. I'm just doing it by finger right now to get it fairly tight. Okay, there's the top bar. As you can see, there's not much room in here to move your wrench around, so it does take a little time to get this together. But make sure you tighten them up. You do want this to support the weight of that machine on your stand, so you don't want these loose. So we got bottom bar, top bar tight, and we just got the front one here that's still a little loose. Tighten this one up a little bit more. There you go. That's how you put together the stand for your embroidery machine to sit on. And like I said, in your crate you will find this little box here. You're going to use these little pads here on each corner. Line them up with the holes. And then you'll get 4 bolts here. So I'm using the bolt, flat washer, spring, or split. You'll go through the bottom to attach it to the machine. Use 2 people to pick up this machine and line it up with your stand. And then come through and line up your bolts with the casting of the machine. Tighten these down. Don't need to be super tight. Just tight enough to where they're starting to apply pressure on these cushions. Not too tight to where the cushions are, flattening out. So tight, 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 tight. And you should be good to move your machine into position wherever you want to put it in your house, embroidery room. And then I would suggest taking your leveling pads here and applying these down to the ground to lift the machine up off the wheels. That way it doesn't roll around on you as much. That way it's more stable inside your sewing area. Alright, so that's how you put together your stand for your embroidery machine for your Blue Sky.